Target acquired.
So Halloween's coming up, and scary things happen around Halloween. And a lot of people play horror games. I know all of us play video games of some sort. And I think we should talk about the different types of horror games there are. I'm CRollur.
I'm Willy.
And this is our guest.
It's Alex.
You're listening to CRollur and Willy, a nerdy podcast for elder millennials. All right, so what are your guys' what are your guys' go-to horror games?
All right, Alex, what's yours?
Okay, well, if we're gonna talk about it, one of my favorite horror games is the Resident Evil series.
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Now, what do you like about it?
I played it ever since I was a little kid. I can remember going back. The very first one I played was the OG Resident Evil. The first one on the GameCube. It's just a lot of nostalgia for me. A lot of good memories. Huh? Like the original.
Oh, like Zero?
No, that Zero was a prequel. It was made after the first one.
Oh, okay. Zero was the one that you got 10 different characters and you're stuck in a bar and then you got
Yeah. I never actually played the original, but I did get Resident Evil 2 at some point.
Yeah, the first one is the introduction to the mansion when they get there, and you just start there at the mansion. You don't really know how you get there, so Zero kind of is telling the story on what led them to get to the mansion. So it's pretty good.
I know they got newer Resident Evils and stuff. Can you name in order the storyline to take place?
Man,
just start out with Resident Evil 1, right?
Are you going timeline or
timeline
when they've been produced?
Just not the year it's produced. 'Cause I know they did prequels. I want to know how you should play it if you want to know
I mean, I would just Google the play order, but I mean, me personally, I would do Zero, probably Code Veronica X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 4 and 5 are really good. 5 introduces the whole co-op part of it.
And Chris on steroids.
Yeah. Yeah, but then so on. I would just keep going like that. I mean, they got some that was on the Nintendo DS and stuff like that. And those aren't bad. Those are fun.
So Biohazard and The Village has nothing to do with the other Resident Evils, right?
I played 7, the Biohazard, a little bit. It kind of ties into it towards Village, and I don't know. I think Chris Redfield comes back, but he's actually a villain now.
No, he's Wesker.
Kinda, yeah. He's I don't know what his deal is. I haven't finished Biohazard yet, and I haven't played
scary.
Village.
It's too scary.
Well, they just introduced the whole first person aspect to it, which I think was a really great move. I think that makes the horror game even 10 times scarier.
And it's realistic because where does it take place? West Virginia.
Yeah, it's
there's a bunch of crazy
creepy.
hillbillies, that's inbred, trying to kill you.
Thursday night.
Now, they made a lot of movies around this video game franchise too. Pretty sure there's at least 2, right?
No, there's 6 of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Well, I've only ever seen 2, so.
And then they got the animated ones as well, which is really good.
That's Netflix, right?
So you're saying I should watch some animated ones?
I would, yeah. And they got the series on Netflix. They have a couple series on Netflix. They have an animated series, and then they have a live action series.
The live action sucked. I watched it.
Yeah, I watched most of it. I didn't finish the last episode.
I don't know what it is about Netflix, but for some reason, they do good at animated stuff. But when they do adaptations into live action, it always sucks. They can do live action stuff, or they can do animated stuff, but when they do adaptations into live action, whether it be video games to live action or animation into live action, it almost always sucks. I don't know why. There was a whole Bleach one they did on that too. That was terrible.
Yeah, the Full Metal Alchemist live action wasn't that good in my opinion either.
Yeah. Going back to the games, another series that I've played is Silent Hill series. You all played that?
Yeah, I never beat one. Never beat any of them.
Man, it is creepy as hell.
I dabbled in it.
Played Homecoming, Downpour, the ones on the first PlayStation.
I think you played more than I have.
Yeah,
sure. I think I only played the first one.
Yeah, it's definitely more than me.
Yeah, and I never beat them. I got maybe 20 minutes into them, and I'm yeah, fuck this, it's too scary. And, I'll buy games and I just don't play them. Evil Within, I never finished that one either.
What did you think of that one?
What?
Evil Within.
Evil Within?
Yeah, there's actually 2 of them now.
There is?
Yeah.
I got stuck on a staircase and I just gave up. And
Man.
just so happens you have to turn around. Who would have guessed?
I can't say I've played that one either.
Oh man, I saw trailers for that one. I've never actually played it, and it looks both like traditionally scary, but also very gory too.
Like when I watch like even scary movies, it's not about like how like the jump scares. I hate gore. Like I cannot watch Saw or the Hostel. Is it?
Yeah.
I can't watch movies like that. It just hurts.
So you're okay with the jump scares? You're just not okay with the gore.
You can take me and watch Insidious in the movie theater. I ain't going to jump.
I mean, it's the jump scares that always get me for some reason.
I mean, don't be eating food, trying to watch a jump scare movie. You'll choke.
Well, you're always like investigating haunted mansions, right?
Luigi Mansion, I got it.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of that, there is another game that's actually in the alley of something we talked about on our previous podcast.
Is that the ghost hunting game?
Yeah.
Oh, Phasmophobia?
Yeah, Phasmophobia.
That's the one. You're with the camera or whatever.
No, Phasmophobia is, well, I guess there are cameras involved, but they're actually just ghost hunters. It's a video game about ghost hunters.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I think you only play it on the computer right now.
Yeah, but I'm watching people play it, and it's kind of cool watching it. They just had a new update for like October and stuff. They keep adding stuff every so often. Like they updated the maps. They split off one. The asylum is now multiple different maps.
Oh, nice.
Is it gonna be on the Switch?
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're mostly focused on PC.
I know there was talk about going on console. I don't know if it's on like the PS5 or the new Xbox at all, but I know
if they're going on a console, that'd be cool. I'll buy that.
Oh, for sure. I'd buy it.
I'll buy it when it comes out on the Switch.
Play it once.
It's a cool game because like you go in and you gotta identify what type of ghost it is, and you gotta like look for temperature changes and dots and ghost orbs and all this other stuff. And the ghost can actually kill you if you stick around during a haunt.
You don't get to defend yourself.
Well, there are ways to defend yourself. But
dodging, right?
It's you can hide. I think that's not really defending yourself. That's just living longer. Well, having crosses, and there's also smut. Like you can smudge stuff, and I don't know. There's multiple ways of defending yourself, but it's mostly about getting out of the building before you die.
Yeah, you can get out of the building too, and they'll stop chasing you. Well, I think they call it hunting. They'll stop hunting you.
Is it 2-player or single player?
I think it's up to 4.
Yeah.
So you're a bunch of ghost hunters going ghost hunting.
Yeah, you're a ghost hunting team.
Yeah.
Like Scooby-Doo.
You get different amounts of money depending on if you hit different challenges, if you get a picture of the ghost, if you identify it correctly.
You don't get weapons.
You get less money if somebody on your team dies.
I think flashlights mess them up too. You flash them with a flashlight and they'll go away for a second.
Just blind them, stall them out a little bit. You can take a quick picture and run away, right?
Yeah, that's the whole goal. And there's some ghosts that like lights and some ghosts that don't like lights. Like they'll freak out if you turn the electricity on, or they'll be more active if it's off, and there's just different ways they interact. Some will talk to you through the box. And
does all the ghosts look the same?
No, some of them are little kids.
So they're like, do they got like monster ghosts, or just like is this more realistic, like with the ghosts, like human ghosts, like?
I mean, from what I see, most of them look humanoid, but they're definitely different. And
so no demons. Like boss fights.
Can't remember if demon is an actual thing in the game or not.
I'm just trying to circle like what I'm like looking into. Like
I think they got like jinns and they got poltergeists, and I think you're right. I think they do have demons.
I wasn't sure if there was or not, but
and they got good ones, bad ones, or all of them like out to get you.
They're all out to get you technically, but some are worse than others.
So one might just come over and flick you and run away, or
oh no,
they'll chase you, but some of them will like attack often, and some of them won't attack that often. Some of them will attack multiple people in the same haunt,
and they'll follow you throughout the whole thing, right?
Yeah, and they actually can move. They usually a lot of them stick to one spot. Unless there's a haunt.
Unless you really piss them off, then they'll like follow you throughout the whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like some of them, they change locations throughout the house as you try to hunt them down.
Man,
those are the hardest ones because you're trying to find the evidence of it and try to figure out what it is, and you can never seem to pin down this location.
So this is like the real realistic version of Ghost Hunters.
Yeah,
As close as you can get on a video game.
yeah, it's really good, and you can use like the voice chat, and you can talk to it through the spirit box that you buy on there too. So that's pretty cool.
Wait, like, what do you mean?
You
Like,
can
Yeah,
ask
like-
it questions.
and it'll talk back to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
That's fucked up. I don't know if I want to play that.
Yeah, it'll give you a name of what the name of it is, and if you call out its name, it will. It tends to either get aggressive or talk back to you, or it'll do stuff.
How good's the graphics?
Decent.
Is it like first person, third person?
It's first person.
Oh, okay. I like that. I want to play it. As soon as one of you guys buy it, I'll come over and play it.
There's another game that I want to talk about, which is Fatal Frame. This is an obscure game. Like, it's barely known about in America.
That's the camera game, right?
It's a game where, like, it's had multiple things, and like some of them didn't even make it to America. Some of them are just Japanese only. You find this ancient relic camera. I guess it ain't ancient, but it's an old camera. This camera has the ability that when you take a picture of a ghost, you basically are exorcising the ghost.
We mean exercising.
Like you're getting
Powering
rid of
them up?
What?
You're powering them up? Or
No. You're getting rid of them. You're capturing the ghost, basically.
when I heard the word exercise, I'm like, okay.
Well, exercise
He's
is
getting buff.
no, like exorcists, like
Oh,
people who perform exorcisms.
yeah.
You actually you find this while you're out, in an area. You find this haunted place, and you find this camera. And when you take a picture of it, like, it actually gets rid of the ghost. You got to go around, like, finding stuff out, finding out what happened, and all this other stuff. And this camera is technically your only weapon, per se.
So you're basically like Keanu Reeves and Constantine or whatever?
If you had
With a camera.
If you had a camera.
And each game builds on another part of the series. Because there are some that are descendants of somebody who got lost in a different game, in a different version of the game, and they end up finding the place, or they find a different place.
Yeah, but is it even scary?
It's pretty scary.
What's the location on those games?
The location.
Like, where's it based at?
Japan.
Japan. Don't they believe in like if they get photographed that it takes their soul away from them or something like that?
I think that's the concept behind the camera, though.
Okay, I don't say that.
Is it captures the soul of the ghost. I think that's why that concept works for me.
Okay, 'cause that's why they're so uppity about their privacy laws with being videotaped and stuff, like on CCTV and stuff
Oh,
like that.
that's funny. My mom's just like that. Like, if you put a camera right in front of her face, she'll get like pissed.
But it's kind of a fun game, kind of scary. I wanted to highlight because it's not a well-known game, but it's a pretty good game.
What is it? Fatal
Frame.
Fatal Frame.
Yeah. Frame being like a picture.
Yeah, but can you just put it, download it on Steam or something?
There are emulators, but it's not on Steam.
I kind of want to
can't
go back to that Silent Hill. The maker that did Metal Gear Solid, he was going to make a Silent Hill game, right? And they made like a little teaser or whatever, but for some reason they never came out.
Yeah, there's a few games there where they made a concept and it never actually came out.
Well, they made it was on like the PlayStation Store or whatever for a while.
Was that the one that was just a demo? And then
Yeah, it was a demo, but
Was that
they never actually.
PT? Is that what it was called?
Huh?
Is that what's called PT?
Yeah,
That demo one?
yeah. And I heard that demo was like really fucking good for being as short as it was.
Yeah, a lot of people modded it and like was able to see like what the actual like enemy looks like and stuff like that. It's pretty creepy.
Well, I just wanted to know what happened with it. Like, if you guys knew what why they never finished it.
Ah, no, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Are there any other horror games that you can think of?
No, we did Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, then we did the
I
one.
mean, they just did that big update for Dead by Daylight. That seems to be an ongoing.
Yeah, that's the game I
horror
want to
I
play.
forgot my gloves and mustache.
I think
Oh,
I'll make
no.
a good killer in that game.
Grab your vacuum cleaner too.
Luigi does not only have Luigi's Mansion,
All right,
but that is kind of appropriate for the podcast, though.
what are things that Luigi has? He's more like a sidekick,
Yeah,
right?
kind of a sidekick, but I mean that is his main game, I guess.
Was Mario in Luigi's Mansion too?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, that's why they had to have Luigi.
Oh, okay. They're like they couldn't get Mario into it, and they're like, well, we'll get the second
No,
best guy.
I think Mario gets kidnapped or something, if I
Oh.
recall, or I think Luigi's there to save him.
I mean, like, only time I use Luigi in like any game if I can't like over jump an obstacle with Mario, so I'll just be like, fuck it, I'll just use Luigi.
I'll just use him to throw some turtles at people with Mario Kart. That's about it.
Huh?
But it's called Mario Kart, not Luigi Kart.
It should be a Luigi Kart.
Oh, okay. You're a little biased, but I'll take it.
So what made you pick Luigi over Mario? Like, what you like about Luigi?
I think that Luigi just doesn't get enough love.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
Everybody's
why.
like, oh, Mario, but like,
I wonder why.
because Luigi's always been the second player.
I always like Wario more.
Is it Wario or is it Wario?
I'm not sure the pronunciation.
Well, I mean, I play a lot of
Wario.
Smash Bros, and I'm pretty good with Wario. You know, you can take a freaking motorcycle and eat it and shit.
That is a little weird. He also farts.
Yeah, I mean, if someone scares me, I'm gonna fart too. So,
I think I want Luigi.
well,
The
oh,
evil
that's like
version.
the bad version of Luigi, isn't it? How come when Luigi jumps, he's like his legs are like, you know what I mean? Like,
They're longer. I don't know.
Yeah, he is taller. He is taller.
yeah, he is taller, but it just makes no sense. Like, that doesn't give you extra boost or anything. Like,
Do you think he's gonna make it into the movie?
I don't know.
wait,
I
there's
was
a movie?
going to ask about the movie.
They got a Luigi movie?
No, they got a Mario movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
animated
back in
one.
the 80s, wasn't it?
No, there's a new one coming out.
Yeah,
The controversy is the fact that
there's two.
okay, there's two. I know one of them is Chris Pratt.
Oh,
I mean, I like the guy, but I've never heard him do voice acting.
There's a good reason for that.
so what are you? Are you a plumber or an exterminator? I just never understood that.
He's a ghost hunter.
It goes hunter.
Yeah.
So he is like an exterminator.
Mario's the plumber.
Oh, Mario's the plumber. You're the exterminator.
He's the one holding the tool bag for him, opening it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Chris Pratt's voice acting is being taken very negative on it. But I mean, if I don't know, you probably haven't seen the trailer yet, but like when you first see Mario, you know, he's just like, hey, what's this?
Who
And
plays
it's-
Mario?
It's Chris Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt is Mario. Who's
Yeah.
Luigi? But we don't know if Luigi's in it.
Yeah, it's just animated. It's not live action.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like wondering what you guys were talking about with the whole
Yeah.
voice acting.
Oh yeah, they got Jack Black's doing Bowser's voice. They got
I can see that one.
They got a bunch. Actually, he sounds really good. If you get a chance, watch the trailer. But like I said, the controversy is that Chris Pratt is just like he's not really doing an accent. He's just talking like his normal voice. So everyone's kind of upset about it. But if you watch the trailer at the very end, you know, Mario goes, you know, let's go. But it's more like it's almost like a
Chris
like a
Pratt
Brooklyn.
version.
Like he's trying to do like a Brooklyn accent.
I mean,
I
I have no problem with it.
See, the thing is if it was the Brooklyn accent, at least that would go back to
the movie.
Yeah, to the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of Italians living in Brooklyn that doesn't have an Italian accent, has a Brooklyn accent. you know?
Yeah, I mean, I actually enjoyed the Super Mario Brothers live action movie.
Yeah,
it's a
it was
little
good.
it's a little cheesy, but I mean that's all the movies were at that time, you know.
I mean, look at
I
those
feel like
turtle
people
movies.
give too much crap
Yeah.
to it. I think people are expecting more than what they should. It's a cheesy, funny movie.
I mean, look at the Sonic movie.
I love the Sonic movie.
Yeah, but did you see the design for it? Like the internet just like went
Well, personally, I think that was just laziness on their part of not actually making a character look the way it should. If you're gonna do CGI, at least make it look like the character.
Yeah, I mean,
That first one was not. That first one, they missed. Like they missed. That's all I'm gonna say.
They made Sonic look really cute, though.
I mean, I get what they were trying to do. Like they're trying to make it their own and try to steer away from the video game. But like when you're doing a video game movie, you gotta make it look like the video game character.
I hope you're enjoying our special horror game Halloween episode. Be sure to share this with your friends and family and other gamers who might enjoy this. Also, don't forget to watch our overtime episode coming out on October 31st, Halloween. We'll be telling some nice scary stories for you. So be sure to tune in. Now back to the podcast. We've talked about horror games, but are there any other what games do you like playing? Like outside of horror games?
I think I talked about it on the last podcast. But I am a fan of Destiny, the Destiny franchise. I play that probably the
Play
most.
Splatoon?
No, like Destiny 2.
Yeah, but do you play Splatoon?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
It's like paintball. Had a baby with Call of Duty.
I keep hearing about this.
I mean, you ever play Overwatch?
I've never played the first one. I just downloaded the second one. It's for free, I guess.
But you see how fast paced like Overwatch is. Like,
Yeah.
How competitive. Like Splatoon is really fast paced. Like.
You're talking about Splatoon here.
Yeah, I like Splatoon.
What do you like the most about Splatoon?
I mean, I get kills. I mean, it's the only game I actually get kills in. So, but then again, the other day I found out I was looking at after the end of the game, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was actually looking at my deaths being as high, being higher than my kills, and I thought that was my kills.
So your KD is still lower.
Very, very little. Yeah. Like I thought I was going like 10-3, but realistically I was going 3-10.
So it's a little bit better if you was playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So you say Call of Duty is not your game?
No, it's not. Not so much. Boom, boom.
What keeps you guys coming back to those two games, like Destiny and Splatoon?
I just started Splatoon. I never played the second or first one.
What keeps you coming back to playing it?
I don't know, because I'm bored.
Okay, what about you? What keeps you coming back to Destiny?
I think it's got a lot to do with just the people that you play with. Like, just the people that you play with on there who join your clan. You just become kind of just like a little tight knit family.
Yeah, but you're the leader, right?
I'm not a leader. I'm an admin for my clan.
That's a leader though.
Yeah, I'm not the one. I'm not the founder. There we go.
Yeah, but you're like.
I know you temporarily.
You're like Simba kicking out Scar. So you are the king.
I want to be Scar. I want to be the bad guy.
Oh, you want to be the bad guy?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So you play video games for the camaraderie, for the friendship.
I consider it my hobby also.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like you enjoy the game because of the people you play with.
Yeah, I like that, and there's. I mean, I'm sure there's story to it. I really like the lore.
Yeah, but does it annoy you when people like in your clan or whatever it's called, they'll like text you or like hit you up on Discord like, hey, let's play. And you're like, fuck, I guess,
For me, it was when I did play Destiny, it was mostly like the story that got me intrigued. But I kind of got a little over that when it seemed extremely repetitive, the same storyline, same beats and everything.
Yeah, it got pretty stale for a little bit, but I held on. The story now, it's a little, it's the same story that they've been telling for first one and second one, but they're getting more in depth. You're finally figuring out who the main bad guy is, and you're finding out the lore behind him, and for the first time. And it's actually,
who's the bad guy?
They call him the Witness. He kind of looks like a shadowed Megamind. Is the best way I can put it. The best way.
So he had a big head.
He has a huge head, but it's made out of smoke, and like the smoke coming off his head is like skulls and stuff. It's pretty sick looking. Like
I'm trying to like visualize a badass version of Megamind. And it's really hard.
Except he's wearing like a black cloak, and the face is like pale white,
but not blue.
Not blue.
Okay, so he just looked at a basic alien that South Park.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
So, got another question for you. If you could make the game better, what would you do to make it better?
They do these, which I get the direction that they're doing, but they do like a season story, and they have and they introduce a new activity for everyone to play during each and every season, and to continue the story, it's on a weekly reset like most of these games are nowadays, and you have to do the seasonal activity over and over and over again to progress that week's storyline. And then once you hit the week's storyline, it's blocked until the reset of the next week. And then you have to do the same seasonal activity 3, 4, 5 times. You just gotta do it every week. And it's after a while.
Is it the same thing every time too?
It's for the most part, it's the same activity you gotta do every time. And
that would annoy the fuck out of me.
And if you're a little short on time, Destiny is a grinding game. Like you have to grind and grind and grind and grind and grind if you want to really enjoy it. And if you don't really have the time to grind it, you
fall behind, right?
You fall behind, and it gets real old. It gets real stale having to do the same activity over and over again.
That was part of the reason why I left that game, along with just the fact that I got bored with the story, but also the fact that I did not have time to keep up with everything. I have other things I want to do, other games I want to play.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland and Albion Online, which Albion Online is a lot of grind, but I can play it passively every now and then. I don't have to meet a weekly schedule.
I mean, I'll be back on Albion after I get done with Splatoon.
And that's you can play it on your phone, right?
Yeah, which is good. I will say, I like the way that the UI is set up for the mobile version of it better than the keyboard version, because I hate the way that you do the skills in Albion Online on a keyboard. But everything is too freaking small. Like, I'm holding it. I can focus my phone out here, but I still gotta go like this, like right up in my face to freaking read anything.
Get a bigger phone.
Yeah, I almost need a tablet to play Albion Online. Like, you can't play it on a phone very well. You gotta like zoom in on shit to see it, and you gotta like. That's the problem. If I could change something about it, I would make the text bigger on that game. It may be harder. It may take up more room, but a lot of things are only on your screen temporarily. Like, just pop it up in my face so I can read it, and then it can go away.
You can't even zoom in on it either.
Not really. The other problem I have is chat. Chat on the mobile is always in the freaking way. Always. I go to click on something, it pops up the chat screen because it auto hides it. And then I click on where the chat is, and it pops the chat up. And so when I click,
you can like do like private message on that game too, right? Like to your friends, because I know when I was playing that game with you, right? I kind of fucked up. You know, I was meant to like private chat you, but then I was like,
yeah, you start talking to the wrong chat.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody else was like confused as to who you were talking to. But no, I've seen plenty of people that were trying to have private conversations over public chat, so it's nothing new.
It's nothing like having your mic muted for like 20 minutes and you're talking to people in the game.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
I'll tell you how frustrating.
I got muted on RuneScape one time, and then they banned me the next day. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh.
Well, you did a lot of shit that got you banned on RuneScape, though.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you're not allowed to say you're one of the creators of RuneScape. Apparently, so.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of.
If someone talks shit and you tell them you're the creator of RuneScape, they're gonna be, oh, back off. I don't want to get banned. But no, they just reported me.
Oh.
And I did write a 300-word apology letter to Jagex, and yeah, that was a no-go.
Most likely, you're too small for them to care about.
Well, all that time cutting their wood, you know.
Yeah, well, did you spend
Joke's on them, huh?
Did you spend any money?
No, fuck no.
Then they don't care. But I will say it is annoying not having somebody that is muted or doesn't have a microphone. I tried to play Minecraft with Willard, try to talk to him through text, and it is a pain. Because it takes him like 10 minutes to type out a fucking message. We'll be traveling along, I'm like, hey, did you grab this tool? Did you grab that? Or can you do this? Can you do that? He'll stop there for like 5-10 minutes.
Typing.
Well, you can probably get on your phone and get on Discord and talk through there, can you?
Yeah, I kind of want him to. Now, we've mentioned lots of different games.
Well, I wanted to go back. Me and you got an argument about something like months ago, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring it up because it was at work.
Okay.
And we're talking about horror games like months ago. And I was like, well, would you consider like Halo being a horror game?
No.
And we're like, no. It's an action game. But think about it. You're killing fucking dinosaurs.
They're not dinosaurs, first of all. They're aliens.
Well, they look like dinosaurs.
And that is sci-fi.
And look at the flood. That was kind of scary.
That would be a horror element within.
I was like 11 years old, and that flood shit was scary as fuck.
Well, what I'm saying is that's a horror element within a sci-fi game. That doesn't make the whole game.
I'm not saying it's like all horror, but there were like scary parts in the game, right?
Yeah. When I played a little, I don't know, maybe I'm a little older. I don't know. I wasn't that young, and the flood wasn't that bad for me. I can understand where you're coming from.
I mean, most horror games, you have a bad guy that's killing people in a costume, right?
Are you talking about yourself now?
No, I'm not talking about
that. Dead Space was a scary game. Well, the first one.
I feel like that could be classified as maybe like a horror sci-fi.
What if they actually made a animated series on that? I think that would be.
I think they are doing some kind of TV series on Dead Space, yeah. Or
that would actually be good.
They're doing a reboot to the game.
It's either going to be a good one or is it gonna be a bad one?
I hope it's good. Updated graphics and stuff like that. It's gonna be on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox.
So it's gonna be like a remake,
Yeah,
right?
the reboot like the Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Oh, that's gonna be good then.
Yeah, I think Dead Space is considered a horror game.
Yeah, I think it's horror sci-fi.
They have some jump
It's really
scares in
good.
there.
Those are really good games though too. So
Yeah, like I'm not big. I mean, I don't mind the jump scares on Dead Space,
but going back, like trolling aside, I do gotta agree with Nate that I don't think Halo is considered a.
yeah, when you got like fucking like 3,000, flood coming at you, you're gonna think differently,
the
right?
flood is one element of that game, and it's not a major element of that game. We talked about a lot of games, particularly like our favorite games. I want to talk about games that we don't like.
I don't like Crash Bandicoot.
And what don't you like?
I don't like any BRs.
What BR?
Battle Royales.
Okay.
I think it's a giant game of hide and seek and luck. I don't think there's any skill based in it at all.
I'm good at them. I'm good at hiding.
Here's my thing: is I don't like any. I have a touchy thing on this. Is I don't like first person shooters. Technically, I like certain ones. It's mostly Alien thing I like. I don't like generic first person shooters. Like I don't like Call of Duty, Battlefield, CS:GO,
Rainbow Siege.
Rainbow Siege. Like I don't like those because, like,
but you like League of Legends.
Like if I do like a first person shooter game, I like it to be more fantastical or sci-fi or some other element that isn't just
Destiny.
war. It isn't just war and fighting.
Yeah, but I mean those games are what they are. Those are like army based military games.
The only one I liked out of that was Army of Two. So,
That was a good one.
Army
That
of
was a
Two
good one.
is really good.
but I've tried Medal of Honor, I've tried Call of Duty, I've tried Battlefield.
Have you done the campaigns? I know that a lot of people don't care for the multiplayer or even the zombies part of them. They're really fun.
I guess I could have tried the campaigns a little more. I didn't get into it that much. I think a lot of it might be the multiplayer. That could be a reason why I don't like it.
Would Call of Duty Zombie be horror? They're zombies.
I mean, yes, but once again, that's an aspect of the game and not the whole game as an entirety.
So Call of Duty tried to introduce a horror
element.
Yeah,
yes.
horror element. Yeah.
I like the zombies.
What don't you like about BR Battle Royale games?
Like I said, I don't like that. Let me clarify more. I don't like the first person shooter BRs like Fall Guys or whatever. That's pretty cute. That's pretty fun. But as far as like the shooters, like I said, I don't think you just spend most of your time looking for something. Like you land somewhere and it's just a matter of luck. What guns did you land by? And then once you grab them, it really doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you're good at shooting or not. If you get a better gun than the other person, you're winning. And I think you spend most of your time trying to loot houses or trying to loot areas, and then you just got to meet up in the middle, because the circle closes. And I just find it very kind of stale, kind of blah.
Yeah, I don't like the Battle Royales either, but I did win my first game on Call of Duty. I hid in a bathroom stall with a shotgun and just like start popping people's knees as they walk by me. It was like fucking insane. And then after that, I just stopped playing it.
They messaged you, didn't they?
Huh?
You get messaged?
Oh yeah, dude, they fucking fried my ass.
All right, so
I don't like Crash Bandicoot.
Why don't you like Crash Bandicoot? What is it about that game?
Well, I think they made the game harder when they remade it for like the Switch and the other systems. I don't remember it being as hard as it is now. When I was a kid, I was able to beat these games. Now it's like,
so you just don't like the remakes of Crash Bandicoot?
No, fuck no.
I guess my next question then would be, what is the worst game you've ever played?
Clyde Barker's Jericho.
What is it?
Explain that one.
Nah, terrible. It's like a sci-fi horror game, and like everybody is off to this like planet, and like you're just trying to like extract, like they're doing like some kind of like demonic summoning, but it's like aliens, and you're there to like you're like an extraction team, and you're there to just like exterminate and just stop it from like taking over the world. But it's complete garbage. I can't. That's the nicest way I can put it.
I would say the worst game I ever played was that Duke Nukem that came out like for the Xbox.
Yeah, it's just that whole like Clive Barker. He's he makes all these like creepy movies. So he was really trying to make it like a really nice horror game. I mean, the horror element to it,
which is terrible.
The horror element checks out. Like it's creepy, but like the graphics and how cheesy it is, and then the ending is just complete trash. You know what the ending is? Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Spoiler alert.
Just like the TV sitcom Dinosaurs, whatever.
Yeah, everybody. You beat the main villain, and you end up dying in the process because he does like a killing. He hits you and kills you while you're killing him, pretty much.
See, like I feel like when it comes to like movies or games, I feel like I hate bad endings. Like I accomplish so much, throughout the game. Or like if I watch a movie, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite character. Accomplished so much in the movie. They're about to beat the bad guy. And then it's just a bad ending. That shit pisses me off because I feel like I wasted like my time just even like.
Yeah, it was so bad that I took it back and sold it back to GameStop, even though I knew I wasn't gonna get like a portion of my money back. I was
How much did you pay for it?
I bought it brand new for $60.
And then you brought it back and you're like, yeah, we know that game's a piece of shit. We'll give you like 5 for it.
I got 15.
Oh, 15?
15. And then it was on the shelf for 50. You know what?
Places like that are a ripoff, though.
I was offended to take the $15. I told them they keep it.
All right, I should have bought that game just to check it out.
I mean, there's a lot of shitty games, though. I think E.T. was one of those shitty games. But I don't think I ever played that one. E.T.?
E.T.?
Yeah, it was a video game made about like the movie.
You're talking about the alien?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Okay.
But there was a video game made and it sucked.
Well, that was back on the Sega, wasn't it?
I can't remember. I know I didn't have it, so.
I think it's on Sega and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, they had that. And Shaq Fu was pretty bad too.
I can't remember the name of it, but I have a game on Steam. I played it and it was like a spaceship game, and I don't even know. It just did like it was supposed to be a fight, like a space fighting ship game type thing. I didn't like that.
Is that the one where you like? There's like a little turret right here, and you go back and forth like that.
In a bundle pack from Humble Bundle. I don't even know what it is, so I played it like once and gave it up.
No, I'm saying is with that game with the thing like this, and the aliens drop down. And you
no, that's Galaxia.
Oh,
there's two of them. There's a Galaxia, and then there's another one that's just like it that has a different.
Is it Centipede or whatever?
No, Centipede is the one where you have to shoot a centipede, and when you shoot it, it actually creates these things that block it off, and it keeps coming towards you, and you eventually have to kill it.
Yeah, I remember those games. That was all Atari, though. Those weren't scary games.
Like old school arcade games.
Yeah, they're not scary. Now,
did you know that game, Centipede, was considered violent? As was Pac-Man. Pac-Man, based on
I'm offended.
Based on their factors of aggression in the video game, Pac-Man was considered like 60% aggressive. I don't even know what that really means in the aspect of it. I think it's because Pac-Man, like the ghosts are chasing you, and you get to eat the ghosts. I don't know.
You get to retaliate.
Yeah. So I think
what do you think about it?
I think people think way too much about violent video games.
Well, you're sucking up ghosts with their own vacuum cleaners. So.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, why do people get offended over Pac-Man eating a ghost? It's like it's the same concept.
I mean, they changed the name to Pac-Man, right? It used to be. I mean, if you ever watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, I love that movie.
He says it used to be called Puckman, but they changed the name because they thought that the creators, there'd be controversy and people would misuse the name.
Oh, yeah. That actually is a thing.
I didn't know that was a Marvel superhero either. Scott Pilgrim. Do you know that?
I didn't at some point. I think I heard it. Honestly, I didn't know about that movie. Somewhat. I didn't know there was a backstory behind the movie until after that. So
yeah, it was a comic book before.
Yeah, it's really fun. They made a video game too.
The video game was actually pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of Riverside Ransom, I think it is.
It's like an old school like scrolling game, kind of like
you beat people up, collect coins,
like Streets of Rage style, and like the TMNT old school.
Was it Shinobi or whatever game 2?
Shinobi's Vow,
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Golden Axe, kind of all those deals. Kind of same thing, just more up to date graphics.
I've been CRollur.
And I'm Willy.
And I'm Alex.
Thank you for watching.
No, I'm gonna drink this.
Never too early, right?
Do you got a straw?
No.
Oh boy.
You should have got one of them beer helmets.
I know.
That would have been perfect for the Halloween.